Guys, it has arrived. We have the helmet head Bonneville in the workshop. Bit of a tight squeeze to get everything in. So, BSA and the Thruxton are tucked right up in the corner with engines and whatever else. I need a good tidy around, but I wanted to get this in, get on the jack, and start on a good look. Jumped the gun a little bit, got the seat off. It's only 2 bolts, so you haven't missed much. And I've just, well, you'll have just seen time lapse of me taking the exhaust off and precariously getting it on the stand, getting it up in the air so we can have a good nosy. So I'm still undetermined as to how much detail I'm going to go into with regards to filming, but I'm going to try and capture as much as I possibly can so you will see it pretty much step by step. But yeah, so here she is as she arrived pretty much. I'll give the tank a bit of a clean and a polish because, you know, gotta show some love before you tear it apart. But as Mr. Helmet Head said, she's been well used. It's been the mainstay for his channel. There's some bits here and there need dressing up and whatnot, but on the whole, she's in very good nick. So a bit of corrosion coming in here, but this is all common for Bonnies when they've been used in all weathers. Just a quick update on the Triumph. So yeah, we've started. So you've probably just seen some footage of me removing the rear mudguard, tail assembly, but we've moved forward quite a bit. Now obviously the tank's off, tank's on the floor over there, airbox is backed off, battery's obviously out of there now. Need to get the back wheel out to get the airbox out, but loosening the airbox off and all the ancillaries that are clipped to it, wiring, starter solenoid and various bits, gives enough room to then pull the throttle bodies out. So they're off. I'm taking the throttle assembly off the handlebars, and the cables out. So they're all tucked away in the cupboard. We're just gunning forward now to get the engine out, ready to go and do the exchange for the 270-degree Scrambler engine. So obviously oil cooler's out, exhaust is off. This is probably going to be the style for doing the build, unless you guys specifically want more detail in me tearing it apart. I'll probably do a specific video on moving the air injection and different things, but for the most part it's just unbolting things. So once we get into the actual building, changing the geometry, cutting and chopping the rear and that sort of thing, then yeah, we'll go a bit more detail. But for now, I think just taking it apart, I'll time lapse most of that, and yeah, but this is it. It's looking in pretty good shape. A few little bits, the powder coating's chipped and different things, but I've cleaned up the back end a touch. It doesn't look in horrific condition, so as it stands, I think we're just gonna clean up anywhere there's a little bit of rust, get that treated, and touch it in. Pleased to see, obviously, not necessarily obviously, the 270-degree crank engine at the Scrambler requires an extra coil, and that bracket is already in place, so that will drop into there, and you can see come across this, which I believe is some sort of alarm or tracker unit. It's got a fly wire, which may be an aerial of some description, and the wire from this tracks back and has been spliced in back here, so gonna do away with that. But yeah, so for the most part it's all happening, so yeah, stick with us guys, click like and subscribe. Thank you for supporting the channel, I promised this one would be a bit cheerier than the last video, so hopefully it is. And yeah, see you on the next one. Take it easy.